Hello, everyone. This is Twin Talk Podcast. Music written and produced by Leo DeKine. My name's Troy. Next to me is my brother Andrew, and this is the Twin Talk Podcast. Hi, everybody. It's Andrew. Hi, everybody. It's Troy from Twin Talk Podcast. We just started up this podcast. It's been months since we've gotten everything ready for it. A lot of technology doesn't work. No, it doesn't. It takes a while because it's like three of us. It's like an army working trying to plug in the wires, and it's hard. It doesn't work. But hey, we made it, and now we'll be talking about lots of things every month about disability, non-disability, and it's going to be a great podcast. So today is just going to be like an introduction episode. We're just going to talk about who we are, what the podcast is going to be about, and it's the first one, so it's gonna take some time to get 100%. Yeah, this podcast is gonna be a real good podcast. We're gonna talk about motivation and motivate younger people that have a disease or have conversations with adults that are involved in disability, or as we say, ability, because we don't use the word disability, and how they get through life every day with having a disability or having known someone with a disability. Yes. Friends, anything. Basically, it will help people that know someone that's disabled or someone that's not disabled. We're just gonna we're gonna have a fun time with this podcast. So here we go. We'll give a little background of each of ourselves and just go from there. So I'm Troy. I'm one of the creators of Twin Talk Podcast. I'm 30 years old with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. Duchenne's is a rare disease that affects the muscle and your body, and it's hard to deal with sometimes, but I live my life for the fullest, and I go through it every day. I drive a vehicle. I play power soccer for my club team in Massachusetts. Our disability doesn't define us as people. We define our disability. As I was saying, my name's Andrew. I also have DMZ. My twin brother was just talking to you, as you guys can see. Yeah, we live every day with this disease. We live a motivational life, great support system, living independently. We have our roommate who's actually helping us produce the show, Mark, and we're just going to get this show out there and just get everyone to follow. Yeah, just advocate for people. There's a lot of people that need the motivation and need help with advocating, and we're the people to help with that. So we'll be having guests on our show, so you'll see a different episode every week with a different guest. Yeah, motivate and helping motivate people. Goal that we have, younger, older, whatever, able-bodied, non-able-bodied, walkers, whatever you guys call them these days. It's gonna be a fun time. A lot of serious things too. A lot of serious talk also. Yeah. So yeah, we motivate people and we spread the disability out there. Not just in the Duchenne community. We have so much people that are disabled that out there that we're just gonna see like what we could do with this podcast, where we can bring it, or how far it can go to help many people. In today's world, everything is so negative. We're trying to not make anything negative. We're taking the dis out of disability, and we're just gonna have fun. Everything's negative. Everything you go on, their internet or the TV, it's something negative about the world or about life. We're gonna make this positive, but there will be some serious stuff. But in today's world, we need more people like this. Spread the word, spread the awareness of disability, that we're regular people too. We just don't sit around and do nothing. We want to spread the word, get things out there, just have fun. Yes, exactly what Andrew said. We're the type of people that just want people to see that we live life to the fullest. There's no complaining. We don't like to do that stuff. We like to motivate people and just show them how we live. Like, even being in our house independently is a big thing that disabled people want to do, and when they see that, it helps motivate them and shows them that they can do whatever they want. No one can stop them or tell them not to do it. You just got to have the right support system and the focus behind it. I can't wait. I'm so glad that we have everything up and running, and we're officially starting Twin Talk Podcast, and we're going to define a lot of things and show a lot of things and define all the odds around disabled people and even able-bodied people. Like, we'll have whoever we want on this show. This show's not just geared to disabled people. It was hard work developing this podcast. Just putting the steps behind behind the scenes together, like finding microphones, getting all the technology just for the podcast. It was difficult finding the right equipment. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Andrew. They don't make equipment easy. All the equipment's heavy, and I can't really lift heavy things. So we're over here struggling with trying to plug a wire in and figure out how we're going to press record on our cameras. Yeah, we'll have the camera already set in the tripod, and you're thinking in your head, "Oh shit, I didn't hit the record button yet." Those are the type of things that we struggle with when starting a podcast. It's those little things though, but it makes us laugh. It makes us have fun, and it's pretty funny. Those type of things just happen, but I think we'll work it out, and the podcast will be smoother and faster. And I know this weekend everybody had celebrated Easter. I hope everybody had a happy Easter this weekend. We had a good time with family and friends. Just conversations like this, like talking about like what we did on the weekend, or even when we have a topic that we got to talk about, like power soccer, or we're gonna have a few guests, also a couple guests that will probably come up on the show. Yeah, talk about things, talk about what they accomplished in their life or what motivates them to keep going, to do what they want, and take out of disability for them, what they want the world to know. Yep. How they're making a difference in the world. Yes, exactly. So we'll have a couple people coming on, and we'll ask them some questions about that. So nothing negative on it. Well, we'll have some. There might be some stories that we have on it that are kind of raw and edgy, but that comes with disability. Yes, exactly. It comes with disability, and you're going to see that a lot in some of the stories of some of the people that we have. It comes with disability. It's part of disability. What we do is we have to fight through that and get through it. Hard things come first, but then it gets easier. So we'll talk to people that have someone, maybe a child or a friend or anything, and what they do and how their support system was, how they become who they are now and today. Like this is, for example, we'll talk about, we'll go more in depth into our life and how we grew up and how we struggled with our disability as younger kids, and now we're turning almost 30 years old, and we've defined pretty much every odd with this disability, and hopefully some people, it helps motivate some parents with kids with this disease, that have this disease that are younger. We'll be talking about that stuff and more in depth, like of what our disability, what our disability does. You're supposed to put do not disturb on your phone. Sorry, the buzzer went off, and you can, as you can see, my twin brother is a wise guy and has something to say for everything. These are the type of things that we enjoy in our life, just with our friend and my brother. Like we've been living in our apartment complex for 5 years together. So there's been on and off days, good days, bad days. Speaking of our friend, here he is. I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna pan the camera to him. We'll pan back to Andrew. That's our roommate. Mark. He'll be part of the producer. He'll be helping us produce a lot of the stuff. He'll be doing a lot of behind the scenes things. And sometimes you'll hear him talking, and sometimes you won't. But like me and Andrew, me and Andrew grew up in Brockton, Massachusetts, which is where Marvin Hagler and Rocky Marciano grew up. So we have the warrior mentality. So that's another thing we're going to be talking about is you got to have the warrior mentality to live with a disability. Right, Andrew? Yeah, diagnosed at birth. As we were kids, grew up, knowing we had a disability, but knowing that we were going to grow up with this, it still didn't cause us to be mad at the world or anything. We just got through it. We were normal kids, outside playing, scratching our knees, getting in trouble, just hanging out in the neighborhood with the neighborhood kids, messing around with the neighbors. Yeah, our parents tried raising us to have a normal life our whole life, even though they knew we had Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. Like we would just be different from everyone else, but it didn't define us. Now we're 30 years old, defining this disease, this horrible disease define the odds from it, it's not going to get us. We define the disease. So we've seen great doctors, followed great doctors, just took care of ourselves, having the best support system. My dad and my mom both are great support system. My dad brings us to doctor's office, fully involved with this disease. Does fundraisers, used to have a nonprofit called the Wheelchair Strong, just to raise awareness for the disease. Yeah. So our attitude is this disability is not who we are. Like we even we play sports, power wheelchair soccer, which people have probably seen around on TV. It's a competitive sport that we play. Me and my brother got to represent the United States of America. We played for them, and we play for our club team right now. 30 years old, and we're still going. We've been playing probably for about 11 years. So, like, even playing sports. I'll say it's 13. 13 years. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're probably right about that. It's about 13. Yeah, I'm behind on my numbers. Just our life, since we were younger, what our dad brought us up that we're normal human beings. You mess up. You do something wrong, you're going to be punished. If you want to live independently when you're older and get your own place, you go ahead and do it. I'm not going to stop you. I will help you get there and teach you how to manage it. But if you mess up, you're responsible. Yeah. So we've been living independently, and we learned real quick with having bills and all that stuff. It's pretty fun managing an apartment, right, Andrew? Yeah, it can be fun, but spending too much money on just being independent, money on bills, on food. And before I was living at my parents' house, and I didn't really have to pay and do that type of stuff. And I would have a package every day, UPS, whatever. Coming in through the mail, Amazon, ordering sneakers. We can, but we have to make sure that we get our bills paid first, and then we can have fun. But that's how it is to live independently. We want to live independently now. We got to learn how to do all the adult things. Yeah. So I can give you a little more background on our life. We have a big family, one older sister, two younger sisters, brother. Yeah, we have a brother, Max. And some step siblings. Yeah, we got a brother, Max, who's attending Syracuse University. He wants to be a film major. And yeah, we have a big family there. Everybody cares, and everybody sees each other, which is one of the best things in a family. Yeah, so our life is pretty busy, and we're never just sitting around doing nothing. We never just sit around and dwell on things, because that's just not the way to live. Like, even when a long time ago, when Andrew fell out of his chair and had his accident and broke his femur, he came back from that better than ever, and he ended up representing Team USA with me. There's not much brothers that get to play on a soccer team together. There is a lot of bickering, a lot of fighting. Everybody that we play against knows us as the Shepard twins, because all we do is argue with each other. Okay? It's some funny stuff if you see it in real life. Yeah. We'll get more into depth of other things that we've accomplished, and that we had to struggle through, and that we had to fight through to be to where we are now. We'll get into that in the future. So we're gonna be a lot of conversations on getting out of that stigma of people having disabilities, and that we can't really do things out there. This podcast will show people and help people get to know more people with disabilities, and how disability is not some sort of limit. We have some limits, but we can get through these things by adapting something, or just being strong about it, getting through all these certain obstacles. Disabilities are made to have obstacles, and we just fight through it, get through it. No matter how you get through it, there can be sad moments, there's going to be happy moments when you have disabilities, but you can't define you want to define your own disability, not let your disability define you and get you down and make you stay in, or feel embarrassed for going out, or because someone's staring at you. Andrew's right about the whole thing of stigma. People sometimes look at us like we're not there. Some sort some sort of creatures or aliens. We can do what we want, but people have that stigma just because you're in a wheelchair. You might have some mental issues with you, but that's not true. It's just some people have a physical disability and some people have a mental disability, and I'm gotta tell you, a lot of people with a mental disability, they're just as smart as an able-bodied person. So all this stigma of, oh, you're disabled, you can't do anything, you can't work. It's not true. It's not. Like you could be, so what? We can't do anything. That's not true. And even Andrew knows that. Why you be having a disability is it's just being in a wheelchair. It's just another accessory that comes with us. That's all. That comes with our body. So if you don't let it get in your way, you can accomplish anything you want to. People can't be afraid to come up to us and talk to us and say what's up. We don't bite. Yeah, we'll get into that more with all the funny sayings. We'll preview one. All the funny sayings people come up to you, like when you're in public, in the future episodes. Yeah, like Andrew said, we'll get into more of topic of that in next episode, and we'll talk more in depth about just stories like that going out into public and people just looking at you and having the wrong perspective. It does annoy us, but we live through it every day, and we make a joke out of it. Like, yeah, who cares what people think about you? I'm just a normal person. If you don't think that, that's up to you. It's your fault. I just live my life the way I want to live it, and live independently, and just living my life. Yeah. In this mad world right now. Yeah. So like people just gotta if you see a disabled person on the side of the road driving in their wheelchair or even in the store, go up to them, say hi to them, make their day. Like some people just they act like we're invisible. So like Andrew said. No. So yeah, everybody. So this was our introduction to Twin Talk Podcast, hosted by twin brothers Troy and Andrew, who battled Duchenne muscular dystrophy. This podcast is going to be, we're just going to have conversations that go beyond disability, covering motivation, struggles, and real life challenges for everyone. And it was nice talking to you guys today. We'll be back with episode 2 and have a great time and have a good rest of your night. I'll pass it on to Andrew. He has one final thing to say, and have a good day, everybody. The podcast is going to get better. This is our first time even recording one, so it's going to get better. Well, a lot of guests, a lot of cool people, a lot of motivational things, a lot of motivational people. It's going to be a great podcast. It's going to be funny. It's going to be some serious. But this podcast will be an amazing podcast. Bye, everybody.
I'm gonna run through fire to get warm, and I'm gonna jump higher than before. You know